Today, we're going to talk about all of the steps that I take to book a show. From the time that I get an email from the agent asking about the date, all the way up until showtime, baby. And that's what it is right now. Showtime, baby. Hey everybody, Chris King here with the Love Live Music Channel. Today we're going to talk all about the steps that I take as a talent buyer from A to Z on booking a show. This isn't for if I'm doing a local show or if I'm putting my own bill together. This is when a national agency has contacted me and wants to put a show into one of my venues, and the step-by-step process that I have to take to make sure that we get the show and that the show goes off without a hitch. So, starting with the opening email. I get the email from the agent. Sometimes it's a phone call. These days it's mostly an email. And they say, we're super interested in our band coming to play in your venue. Can you please check the following dates? They might give me a window of anywhere from 1 to 2 dates to several different weekends or days of the week that they need to know if I've got them available on my calendar. Next, I go to my calendar. I check the hold status for the dates. I hit them back with an email and I say, yes, I've got these dates available. Some of these might not be available. Some of these I might have holds with other bands. What is a hold? A hold is when somebody has asked for a date, but it's not confirmed yet. They've got a hold on the date. They're hoping to maybe do a show on that night, but they want to hold it just in case they can tie things together in the routing for their tour. That, of course, is a conversation for another video altogether. What we're talking about is the steps that I take to put a show together. From that opening email, can you hold these dates? All the way through showtime, baby, right? If we are lucky enough to be able to connect on a date that I've got open in my calendar and it matches up with the date that this national act is coming through with their tour in my market, then the agent might ask me for an offer. That's where my work really starts, because I've got to do my due diligence to see the value of the show, put my budget together for what the show might cost me, and draw all of these numbers together to be able to make the smartest offer I can to be able to secure the date. Things that I've got to look at. Ticket price. Has the agent given me a specific ticket price that I need to be at in my market, or are they leaving it up to me to determine? Next, what kind of numbers is this act doing in other markets similar to mine? I've got to take these things into consideration. Then I've got to look at my show cost, such as the opening band, production, hospitality, security, loaders, advertising, parking. All of these things go into the numbers and the budget that I've got to tie together in order to make a smart offer. Then we play the waiting game a little bit to see if we get the show. This could take anywhere from days to months. I literally send offers in sometimes 2, 3, 4 months before I even get word that the show gets confirmed. At that point, it's off to the races. We've got to get our marketing plan together. So many times, all of this marketing has to come together at just the right time for the artist to announce a complete tour. It usually goes off with a large press push. You'll see it on national websites, maybe in some magazines and stuff like that, but it all hits at the same time to maximize the impact. So everybody knows, hey, the tour's announced today, it goes on sale a couple of days from now. And we've got to have all that information lined up and ready to go before the announcement. Next up, it's the on sale date. Once we go on sale, it usually starts a process of about every day or every other day, I'm in contact with the agent to give an update on ticket counts. If the ticket counts are low, they want to know what we can do to make the ticket counts higher. What can we do to sell more tickets? Do we need to adjust some of our budget? Do we need to concentrate in some other areas of marketing? Or are ticket sales on par with everybody else and it looks like the show's going to be on its way to a sellout, or it's going to do as good as possibly expected? As we sell the tickets and we sell the tickets and we push it, we're getting closer to the day of the show. The night before the show, usually I'm coordinating with somebody to make sure we've got adequate parking around the venue, because a lot of times these guys show up in tour buses and trailers and big box trucks, and they need to have ample parking, and they might show up in the middle of the night, and I have to make sure that this is all set up with parking for everybody. The next day, it's show day. Everybody's so excited. I usually wake up, I promise this is the truth, I usually wake up with a song from the headliner stuck in my head because I've been so amped up and getting so ready for this event. So that day, I coordinate with the tour manager on what time we'll load in. We'll get all of our crew there. We'll pull all the equipment in off of the tour bus and into the venue, and we'll start getting set up. And this usually takes 4 or 6 hours before the doors open. I'll go out and I'll shop the hospitality, and I'll make sure that we've got all the little grocery things that they like to have in the dressing room, and take all the brown M&Ms out and all that stuff that you've heard about. It's mostly all true. Next, we start to see a line forming outside of the venue because people are getting excited. Ticket holders know that we're a general admission venue, and they're going to come in and they want to get the best seat possible because, boom, now we're opening the doors, and we're about an hour outside of the opening band starting, and now the opening band is getting keyed up, and people are lined up at the bar, and my staff, they're slinging drinks, and the security's making sure everybody gets to their seats, and everybody's happy, and the vibe is super good. And the opening band, man, did you see them? They were way better than we would have ever expected. I'm glad we got here early. And now we got about 30 minutes of downtime before some new kind of opening music starts playing through the house PA. The crowd starts to go wild, and here comes the headliner walking from the dressing room onto the stage, and everybody's freaking out, and we're looking at each other and we're saying, we spent several months putting this thing together, and it was totally, totally worth it. And that's what happens from the time I get the first email until we get the headliner on stage. Love Live Music Channel. That's what you're watching. And if you want to learn more about the process of getting your band booked, then click on the video that you see right now. My name's Chris King. Subscribe to me, and we'll do this more and more. Can't wait to see you again at a show.